4 of The Handmaid's Tale was difficult for almost every character, including Luke Benkel, June's husband. With the big anticipation of Season 5, it seems like the perfect time to go through his story and see what is expected from him in the next season. Is he finally giving up on June? Let's find out. Surprising scene. The Handmaid's Tale is one of the most popular TV shows ever, and not just because of its wicked dystopian storylines, but because of how the cast manages to give such incredible performances. Oh, and did you guys know that every song in the show has a deep meaning behind it? Yes, every single one! The acting of Elisabeth Moss, Samira Wiley, Alexis Bledel, Yvonne Strahovski, and Ann Dowd leaves us speechless all the time. Well, especially in Season 4. But today, we're talking about Luke. Actor Oti Fagbenle plays the husband of June Osborne and the father of their daughter before Gilead's transformation. He was separated from his wife and child when they were captured trying to leave the country. While he successfully escapes to Canada in the show, his future is uncertain in the book. Luke and June were finally reunited in The Handmaid's Tale Season 4, but the reunion proved to be not so great after all. Gilead is falling apart after the intense final scene of The Handmaid's Tale Season 4 finale, and according to Oti Fagbenle, a happily ever after for Luke, June, and Hannah is not quite possible. He says there's, quote, more blood and torture on the horizon.
So she's alive?
We believe so, yes.
The awkward reunion. One of the rarest bright moments in Season 4 was the reunion of June and Luke, who won't end up together apparently, despite Luke hoping so. June Osborne, played by Elisabeth Moss, made it to Canada, and she was reunited with her husband, Luke Benkel. The thing is, according to the cast, fans, and the producers, it's really difficult for us to see June and Luke ending up together at the end of the show. Season 4 of The Handmaid's Tale gave fans Episode 7 that was called Home, and sadly, it just wasn't what fans were expecting to see. Now that June is home, she finds it difficult to adjust to the new situation. After all that she's been through, freedom is not so familiar to her. Having finally got the lead with Serena, June woke up her husband and quickly started to initiate, well, you know. And then we saw the upset Luke trying to stop her. June purposely ignored him saying wait while covering his mouth to prevent him from complaining. This is wrong on so many levels. This unpleasant scene was not expected in an episode of June and Luke's reunion, as none of us assumed we were about to see the ex-handmaid do such things to her husband after years of living the same hell from Commander Waterford.
What time is it?
June and Luke's awkward reunion was only the beginning of their downfall, and the last episode of Season 4 presented how their relationship has taken on a strong and terrifying new turn. Once the 7th episode of Season 4 was released to Hulu subscribers, fans immediately took to social media to express their feelings. Most fans wrote that either Luke should start speaking about what just happened, or a definite end should be put on this marriage. This also proves the fact that most hurt people often turn into the people that hurt them, and Luke should have known that his marriage to June is not making sense anymore after this event. However, after what he saw at the end of Season 4, we don't really see any way of Luke and June ending up together. Is it meriting for her to end up with Nick? What do you guys think? A lot of fans were shipping June and Luke, but that was before they were presented to this scene. We also need to mention that, according to another group of fans, June did what she had to do. As one Redditor concluded, quote, what she did to Luke was unacceptable, but for June, she was taking back control of her life. Her lines of what is and isn't a healthy, intimate relationship have been blurred for a long time. Fans' opinions are divided on the subject, so share your own thoughts down in the comment section below. We should also keep in mind that June is now a completely different human being. I mean, after everything she endured in Gilead, she certainly needs some time to adjust to the new situation. But with what happened in the finale, she'll have to focus on other things rather than healing.
I'm sorry.
Luke Benkel loses faith. As we previously said, Season 4 of The Handmaid's Tale had a surprising finale. June deciding to end Fred Waterford's life also means Luke Benkel will get away from her in the highly anticipated Season 5. It took June 7 years to finally escape Gilead and come to Canada, where she was reunited with her husband, Luke Bankel. But, as we previously discussed, things are not normal, not at all. Because of what Luke saw at the very end of Season 4, fans think he could go on the run with baby Nicole. Luke and his wife, along with his daughter Hannah Bankel, went through a terrible separation in Season 1 when Gilead took over the United States. When they tried to escape to Canada, Luke was hurt and Hannah was stolen from June's arms and put in a home in Gilead. June was then sent to the state's Red Center to become a handmaid for the Waterfords. There, she endured the most terrible persecution as her duty was to produce babies for the wealthy couple. Yes, it sounds terrible, and it was. She was involved in many ceremonies where she had to have an intimate relationship with Fred Waterford. All of this while being held down by his wife Serena Joy Waterford. But we find out during the show that Fred is not fertile, and Serena proposes a plan in which Fred's driver, Nick Blaine, will inseminate June. What Serena had no idea of was that Nick and June were having an affair already. June did become pregnant, but was later able to get baby Nicole from the Waterfords and send Nicole to Canada. Ever since, Luke and June's best friend Moira Strand took care of Nicole.
We're not her parents.
We're like godparents.
Right. Well, her mother is.
Season 4 finally saw June escaping the hell she lived in, and she was finally reunited with her husband, Luke. But this is where things got even more complicated, as June isn't the same person anymore, and all she could think of was revenge. Therefore, this is where her choice between Luke and Nick appears. Deciding to end Fred's life meant that June chose Nick over her husband, Luke. The scene of her rounding up a group of ex-handmaids and all of them destroying Fred in no man's land meant the end of Luke and June's marriage. In an interview with metro.co.uk, actor Oti Fagbenle talked about his character and what we should expect from him in the next, very anticipated season. He revealed, quote, "He's also looking after a young baby, and so sharing a house with someone who he doesn't know how to predict her actions is terrifying." In the final scenes, Luke stepped into Nicole's room where he saw a June covered in blood cradling her baby. June then tells him to leave, and now fans expect to see Luke running away with Nicole. This theory makes a lot of sense, as Luke is unable to recognize June anymore, and it would be really difficult for him to stay in such a messed up situation. Then again, if June decides to follow the path of completely destroying Gilead, only Nick can help her.
And so what did you say?
Do you guys think Luke has lost faith? Do you actually believe he will go on the run with Nicole in the 5th season? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments section below. If you enjoyed our video, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you never miss any of our videos in the future. As always, thanks for watching.